Hey guys, welcome to the Tap Into Your Genius series, and I'm here with Alberto Raggio.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we're going to be talking about creating your own reality. And I think that, no, we all create our own reality whether we know we are or not. It all depends on what we're thinking. What we think creates the world that's around us and the world in which we live and the life in which we live. And I met Alberto yesterday, and he is an author of Draw Your Circle, which teaches people how to, let's read his tagline. We get what we project in our minds. We materialize what we believe. Draw your circle. And so this is all part of course, the Tap Into Your Genius promotion I'm doing for the course and website I have coming out. Deadline's going to be September 1st, where you can become a founding member with all of its benefits that we won't ever do again. And some great people on there working and helping, like Alberto. I want him to become involved with the creative aspect. The third module, which is about tapping into creativity and imagination, so you can unleash your imagination and create whichever world that you'd like to have in your life. So, Alberto, thanks so much for being here.
I think it's more than an honor, and it's a pleasure to be here. My little book is a simple book. Things that I say are just my own personal opinion and views. But at the end of the day, it's the basic things in life that we forget to practice that makes the difference in our life. And that's about changing your perspective of how you think. When your awareness changes, your life changes. That's when the genius kicks in. It's important to understand that when you obsess about a thought, good or bad, something you want to accomplish, that energy that creates that in your mind can expand the more you obsess. And it has a tendency to attract people, places, and teams that allow you to make that idea or that obsession for whatever it is, your company, your product, your service, to actually materialize. If you look around and all the material things that you see, it's pretty much easy to see that they all started as a thought.
Absolutely.
As a thought in someone's mind. The word faith means to take action, and sometimes we don't understand what that word faith, and this is not on a religious aspect. Faith means to take action, to believe, no doubt, no question, you do. Successful people share that thing in common. Faith, they took action, they went for it, and here they are. And the people that don't have faith are the people that are wondering what happened. Faith is to take action. When you have that thought in your mind, a need, and you obsess about completing that task, whether it be your company, your product, bringing out the genius in your mind, that energy gets bigger. And that obsession will bring you the people, places, and things that will help you achieve that. The course that you put together, I'm blown away by what you're doing, because people really do not understand how to tap into that genius. We all have it.
Yes.
We all have it. We just don't know how to tap into it. Remember, when your awareness changes or here, everything changes out here. And this is what this is all about. Change the way you think. Become aware where things come from, how they materialize. It is so simple that it boggles the mind. Like when you lose your keys and you look everywhere, underneath your cars, Martian took it, but they're in your hand. And that is too simple. The mind creates this way of complicating things. They make you think that things are impossible. They put doubt in your thoughts. Faith is to listen to nothing but the truth. And that's that you believe you're going to accomplish this.
Right.
That's where greatness comes from. So if you want to have greatness, you want to learn how to be creative, pay attention to this course. Visit the website, subscribe. Where you're going to sit there and wonder, how do other people achieve greatness? We have faith and we take action. You cannot put a price on what you spend to open up your mind and get the knowledge that you need. Mm-hmm. If you're broke, you need to look around and wonder why you're broke. If you're not achieving, yes, you're not feeling fulfilled, you're not having the life that you want, that's what it is. You don't believe.
What's a key phrase you gave me a hard time about, which I think rightfully so. I
absolutely.
About some of my aspirations. I want to do such and such. What do you say?
No, it is that people hope and they wish. When you really think about the word hope, there's a place for it. I hope it doesn't rain. That's out of my control. I mean, leave it out to your higher power. But when I say I hope I'm going to do something, you're saying that you don't believe 100%. So watch what you say to yourself. Hoping and wishing never got anyone anything. So when you find yourself saying, I wish, I hope, I maybe, you need to check yourself and say, I'm going to, and that definite thing is what brings greatness. People follow leaders. Nobody wants to follow people that hope and wish. So watch when you tell yourself, well, I hope I'm going to start a company. I hope I'm going to take this course. I hope my life is going to get better. Stop hoping. Stop wishing. Take faith, take action, and do it. That's what separates people that have things. Look around. You'll meet those people. Even some people that you wonder, how did this guy get so much money? How do they put their pants on in the morning? That's freaking strange. Because they have faith, and you cannot tell them they can't do it.
Right.
That's the difference.
Yeah, I should also mention that Alberto is a serial entrepreneur here in Dallas, and he's an inventor and just a great thinker. And he's even involved in producing some movies here in town with a friend of mine, Alan Bijan.
That's right.
A really great guy who's actually worked with Chuck Norris in making some movies. A really good person. He's actually come to my house for one of the cinema events that I've done, and some people watching have been to.
Absolutely.
But I'm curious, Alberto, can you tell people where you're from originally and a little bit about your back history, because you had to make a big shift in your thinking.
Oh, absolutely.
That could have kept you literally and mentally in a prison.
Mm-hmm.
And you thought of a whole different way of living and created a brand new life, which you're living out right now, and it sounds to me just in such a beautiful way.
Well, it's when you hear people tell you things they haven't experienced. Everything I do is toward educating kids. I try to be a big brother, big sister, and they told me that I couldn't. And the reason why is because when I first came to America, I lived in a little town, and things didn't quite work out for me, and I was incarcerated. They put me away till I was 17, actually a week before my 18th birthday. And when you lock up a kid that doesn't quite understand what's going on, certain states have laws that can lock up kids as young as 7 years old. So
when as young as seven.
Can you imagine your 7-year-old kid being locked up in a prison where kids, they really go out of the way to enhance what they think they see on TV? It's an ugly place. Those places should not exist. We need more education and more programs to help kids deal with whatever they go in their life. Bullying is a problem, a big problem. You need to find a way to get to these kids early, and mental health is extremely important. I back up anything that helps kids. So being put away when I came to Dallas, I was kind of confused on who I was. I could have been mad, but I decided that I wanted to take what I've learned and turn it around. And that's the reason I wrote this book, because I wanted to create a system that I can show people, not tell people, of how I went from one point to another. My life is not perfect. I'm not a millionaire. I'm just a very grateful man that knows exactly what he wants. And I try to teach awareness. And this awareness is allowing me to do a lot of things. Being a serial entrepreneur sounds fancy, but at the end, it's just something that you get to do what you love. Knowing what your life purpose is, that when you wake up in the morning, you know why you're getting up. You can say, oh my God, I get to do this, not I have to do this. And whatever it is that you're doing, shiny shoes, washing cars, whatever, but you're happy. When you're happy, your life opens up. And that's what I did. I chose to think differently and think of the possibilities instead of the what ifs. I thought about what is possible. And I'm very fortunate that I've had some amazing mentors. And I spend my life trying to learn and make up for mistakes that I've made. But at the end of the day, I'm just a very grateful man, and that I get to do all the things that I'm doing.
What was the thing that you learned from a mentor that you said that, oh, you learned it, you just kept doing it over and over to you, this amazing thing that helped you to create some great successes?
Well, what happens is that I wanted to create a company, but I didn't have the education on how to raise the funds, how to do a business plan, until I met someone that asked me a question, and they're like, how do you sell something to a Russian? No offense to Russians, like I have plenty of friends who are Russian, but how do you sell something to someone that does not speak your language? And the answer is so simple that it boggles the mind. We start saying things like draw signs, all kind of crazy stuff. But the answer is so simple because the mind's job is to protect you. And it does that. For instance, don't ask the girl out, don't ask your boss, don't go in that cave because you're going to get eaten. So we carry that in our DNA, and it keeps you from achieving greatness. That fear of what if something goes wrong. So the answer is so simple, like when you lose your keys and you look everywhere and the last place you look is your hand. It's too easy, too simple for it to be there. So the answer is you find someone that can. I know it's silly and stupid, but the moment you understand it, all you need is a burning desire, faith, take action, and go out there and start asking people. Decide you're going to do something. Like Tony Robbins says, decide you're going to do it, and the how reveals itself. And that's exactly, once you become aware of how things really work, you put them to action, and you start seeing all these amazing changes. Because when you become aware, you're not stuck in traffic anymore, wondering, how do I work 8 to 5? I spend 75% of my life in traffic, so I can have 25% to enjoy. Makes no sense. The answer is simple. So go out there and find your answer. Increase your intelligence. Increase your creativity. Look at this man's website, his course, and make that difference in your life.
I really appreciate that. Yeah, because what Tap Into Your Genius is about is just, even within myself, I've had a fair amount of success working in television and film and video here in Dallas. But there's just certain talents and abilities I know that I had within me in my heart, but I've never fully developed, say like acting or even singing. And I just feel like I have some natural gifts, and it doesn't have to always be something creative, but that it would be terrible if I die and I don't at least seek it out and see what happens. And I think so many people in the audience, so many people around the world have these gifts that are given to us. And the premise of my entire website is that genius is not just for the few.
True.
But that if we can tap into the genius within our brains that everybody has, we have unlimited potential, and just do the same techniques that geniuses do.
Absolutely.
Then we can achieve amazing things too. And so that's what my path is for myself. I want to live my life in an excellent way every single day. I don't want to waste one more day or one more hour. I want to live my life meeting cool people. You're welcome. I met Alberto last night at a great event put on by Rebel Role Model.
Yes, absolutely.
Which was to benefit women veteran entrepreneurs in Dallas by a great girl, Nancy Koblenz. And
super person.
Yeah, and with her imagination, she's able to put so many wonderful things together, but also her belief system.
Absolutely.
And that is, she says, I wouldn't even put it, she's addicted to fear.
Yeah.
Okay, but she's a former motocross driver, and so she's used to facing her fears, and you talked about that. When we begin to face our fears, then a whole new world opens up to us. I think it creates a whole new mindset.
Absolutely. It opens up your ability to understand that you have greatness within you. You just have to believe. And that's the essence of everything.
Yeah.
When your perspective changes and your faith kicks in, you take action, amazing things will happen in your life. And fears will go away. You'll realize that you are concerned about 99.9% of things that will never happen.
Yeah. I want to talk a little bit more about your book, and then I'm going to end this, and we'll come back for part 2 in a minute.
Okay.
Okay? So we'll be able to reset and think of some cool ideas. And so here we go. Draw your circle. Okay, where can people find out about this?
Amazon is in 14 languages, and
14
we're adding
languages.
about 2-3 new languages a month.
Right, and you're going for a world record, right?
Absolutely.
Amount of languages translated, right?
Absolutely.
All right.
Well,
so
why not?
All right. Well, we're going to come back again here in just a little bit for part 2 with Alberto. So thank you guys for watching. Check out Alberto's book, and also go click the link on your screen for the Tap Into Your Genius. We have we're looking for 50 founding members. The deadline is September the 1st. It's going to be a whole ton of benefits. We won't offer again, but just some great stuff that will show you step by step how to tap into the genius part of your brain. So thank you, Alberto. We'll be back in just a little bit. All right. Thank you.